U.S. President Donald Trump is rapidly modernizing America's nuclear arsenal. Our next story explains how U.S. has officially begun stocking the powerful new B-6113 nuclear bomb, which will be deployable by both B-2 and future B-21 bombers. Take a look.
Tension crackles across continents. Old alliances are tested. New rivalries sharpen. Wars rage in Ukraine and West Asia. Tensions between nuclear-armed rivals in South Asia. The threat of nuclear conflict, once a distant nightmare. Now looms over every diplomatic table. The world is bracing for a new era, one where the balance of power is measured in kilotons. And the shadow of annihilation grows ever darker. Amid this backdrop of rising hostility, the US has quietly accelerated its nuclear ambitions. This is B-6113, a weapon so powerful, so precise, it could redefine the very concept of deterrence. This is not Cold War nostalgia, this is the future, being forged in secret and at speed. The B-6113 gravity bomb is a major technological leap. It doesn't ride atop a missile. It falls, guided by gravity and advanced targeting, from the belly of stealth bombers like the B-2 Spirit. So how destructive is the new B-6113 gravity bomb? Well, it's devastating. One B-6113 packs 24 times the power of the bomb that obliterated Hiroshima. It has a 360 kiloton yield. It's designed to penetrate the deepest bunkers, command centers and missile silos, turning even the most hardened targets into rubble. The US nuclear arsenal currently includes over 3,700 active warheads. It is a mix of intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched missiles and strategic bombers. This arsenal is part of the broader nuclear landscape dominated by major world powers. The US, Russia, China, France, UK, India and Pakistan are among the nations with operational nuclear capabilities. As non-proliferation agreements falter and nuclear powers modernize their stockpiles, the world must now reckon with the reality of a weapon that can reshape the very concept of deterrence and devastation. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
The United States of America has been battered by tornadoes. From Kansas to Michigan, entire towns have been shredded in seconds, homes ripped from their foundations and vehicles tossed like toys. Scientists warn that this is not a freak season, but a glimpse of our new normal. Experts are of the opinion that these tornadoes will become more common and frequent. We say this because in the last 5 days, more than 100 tornadoes have been reported, marking one of the most severe outbreaks of the year. In the latest, a powerful and deadly wave of tornadoes has struck the central United States of America, leaving a trail of destruction. At least 4 tornadoes touched down in Oklahoma, Nebraska. The National Weather Service has issued a moderate risk warning for areas including central and eastern Oklahoma, southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. Eyewitness videos show tornadoes churning in the town of Arnett in Oklahoma. At least 10 homes were destroyed and multiple buildings were damaged, including a fire station that was wiped out in Oklahoma. According to officials, severe weather has left 28 people dead and unleashed destruction across central and eastern U.S. A tornado also ripped through the town of Grinnell in the U.S. state of Kansas, damaging several homes, falling trees and electrical poles. Videos from a passing vehicle showed debris lying on the ground as well as at least one collapsed roof. Residents in Kentucky and Missouri were also left to dig through wreckage and seek temporary housing after tornadoes and severe storms swept through parts of the Midwest and South, leaving dozens of people dead. According to the National Weather Service, flood warnings have been issued for parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and other southern states. Satellite images show various damaged buildings in northern St. Louis. The extent of damage can be assessed by comparing the same areas with satellite file images provided by Maxar Technologies, like you can see on your screens right now. According to the mayor of St. Louis, the powerful storm damaged 5,000 properties, killing at least 5 and injuring 38 others.
Before I knew it, the tornado was in my face, and I just seen all black, and it threw me across the room. You know, then my dresser was right by the window, flipped my dresser, my TV's on the side, flipped my TV down. So it was, like I said, it was a scary sight, and it just like, I panicked, but I just could, you know, I just like, okay, I gotta get up out of here.
Each year, more than 1,200 tornadoes take place in U.S. and the central and eastern regions of the U.S., which are the hotspots for Earth's most damaging and frequent tornadoes. U.S. has a high frequency of tornadoes due to a combination of geographic conditions and also warmer weather patterns. A powerful tsunami could threaten large parts of U.S. Researchers have estimated that there is a 15% chance of an earthquake greater than magnitude 8.0 hitting in the next 5 decades. Our next report telling you more.
Something stirs beneath the surface. The ocean, vast and ancient, hides secrets that could rewrite the fate of entire nations. Along the rugged coasts of Alaska, the volcanic cliffs of Hawaii, and the bustling cities of America's west coast, a silent threat grows. It is patient, it is relentless. And when it comes, there will be no warning loud enough, no wall high enough. Imagine a wall of water taller than skyscrapers racing towards the shore with the speed of a jet. Imagine the roar, the chaos, the desperate scramble for safety. This is not the plot of a disaster movie. It's a scenario experts say could unfold in our lifetime. Fueled by shifting tectonic plates, melting glaciers, and the ever-changing face of our planet. New data, fresh warnings, and uneasy patterns point to something extraordinary and terrifying. The Cascadia subduction zone, stretching from California to British Columbia, is restless. The findings are part of a new study by Virginia Tech researchers published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. The west coast of the US, California, Oregon, Washington, now under fresh threat. New warnings from seismologists and disaster specialists highlight the dangerous fault lines and collapsing volcanic cliffs in the Pacific that could trigger a catastrophe. Coastal populations are skyrocketing, preparedness is minimal, and public awareness is dangerously low. This is a ticking time bomb buried beneath the ocean floor. And when it detonates, it could change the map of America forever. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
After 2 months, aid is finally trickling into Gaza. Israel has allowed a mere 9 aid trucks into Gaza. The UN calls it a drop in the ocean for the 2.1 million Palestinians facing starvation. This has now triggered a sharp response from the United Kingdom. London has paused trade talks with Israel and has also slapped sanctions West Bank settlers. Israel has refused to budge and said external pressure will not divert it. This comes at a time when about 60 people have died in Gaza in the fresh strikes launched by Israel. Tel Aviv has now asked Palestinians in the southern city of Khan Yunis to flee as it increases the intensity of its bombings. Our next report telling you more.
Dust. Destruction. Silence. Then another explosion. The Gaza Strip, once teeming with life, now lies in a shambles. Entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. Hospitals, already overwhelmed, are now targets themselves.
This is a 3-story building. How will they be rescued? There might be children trapped under the rubble.
Israeli forces have launched an unprecedented attack on Khan Yunis, ordering mass evacuations and intensifying airstrikes. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he would take full control of Gaza, aiming for a complete victory over Hamas. People are fleeing Khan Yunis. Children held their parents' hands as teenagers pushed trolleys through the dirt. It's a journey to nowhere. The Gazans are helpless.
I was displaced more than 12 times, once to Rafah, once to Al-Aqsa University, once to Ramida, once to Kuza'a, and once again to Al-Aqsa University. What happened? Stop this war. I swear there is no need for it.
Shame on them. Where are the Arab countries? Where is the world? They don't see us? The worries we are in are enough. We are a family of wounded and martyrs. May God take revenge on them.
The humanitarian crisis is dire. An 11-week blockade has left more than 2 million people on the brink of starvation. 22 countries, including Australia, Britain, France and Germany, are now demanding that Israel immediately allow full resumption of aid into Gaza.
Let me separately address the question of Gaza, because it is a really serious, unacceptable, intolerable situation, and that's why we are working intensely to coordinate with other leaders how we respond to this, because it is intolerable, it is unacceptable, and we will continue to work in that way.
As the world watches, the people of Gaza endure unimaginable suffering. The horror began on the 7th of October 2023 when Hamas launched a terror attack on Israel, killing and abducting civilians. That day set this cycle of devastation in motion. A tragedy for all, with no end in sight. Bureau Report, WION World is One.